Hi guys, and welcome back to another Halloween tutorial. I'm really excited about this one because I'm using a prosthetic from Spirit Halloween and I find it to be fairly easy to put on. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm first going to prime my eyes with some concealer and then jump into the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. The first shade I'm going to take is the yellow one and just do my typical blending. I did an eye look very similar, almost exactly like the eye look I do in this video. I did it about a month ago. I'm going to link it down below just because I want to focus more on the prosthetic and everything else that I do in this video and not necessarily the eyeshadow, because I feel like you can do almost any eyeshadow look with this costume or with this prosthetic. So basically I'm taking the yellow as a transition shade on a big fluffy brush, then taking a smaller brush and using the orange, and then going in with a smaller brush and taking the brown on the outer V of my eye. But like I said, if you want a more in-depth tutorial on this eye look, then go ahead and click down below after you watch this video. Going to highlight my inner corner and go ahead and just do my brow bone. Even though I haven't done my eyebrows yet, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Anastasia and Amrezy highlighter and just do my inner corner and go ahead and just do my eyebrows. Why not? Like I said earlier, I got this prosthetic at Spirit Halloween. It came in a kit. So this came in the kit. It came with a paintbrush and 2 different cream paints. I was going to use a black cream paint, and then, I don't know, I just wasn't a fan of the consistency. So I'm going to use the Mayron Paradise Water Activated Body Paint. Wow, that's a long name. And just paint where the openings are cut out in that prosthetic so that all that is blacked out once I put the prosthetic on. Unfortunately, when you buy a prosthetic from a store, it's not going to perfectly fit your face. Of course, I did not have time to do a face cast and my own prosthetic. This was kind of a last minute thing. So it was a little big on me. I did try and cut it a little bit to fit my face better, but it was still kind of big. And here I'm just showing you I'm going to use Spirit Gum. And obviously, if you use Spirit Gum, you should have Spirit Gum Remover to take this off. Just a warning, just to let you know. So now I'm just placing the Spirit Gum all around where the prosthetic is going to lay on my face. And one trick with Spirit Gum, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in my last video, but you want to tap it. When you tap Spirit Gum, it's going to make it more tacky and more sticky, and it's going to last you a longer period of time. So if you were going out with a prosthetic on or something on your face, make sure that once you put it on that you just tap it out till it gets sticky and then place your prosthetic over the Spirit Gum. I wasn't a fan of how the end part of the string was just sticking out, so I just glued it down, at least the one side down, just to make it look a little bit better. You don't have to do this. You could cut it, whatever you want to do. I just chose to just glue it down so that it wasn't sticking completely straight out. Now I'm just applying foundation to the parts of my face that are showing. I'm using a foundation that matches more of the color of the prosthetic toward the top, which is a semi-tannish kind of color. Not white, not completely paper white like my skin. So that's why I chose a foundation that was a little bit darker than my natural skin tone. And then just going in with concealer and setting it with powder. Nothing special here, just the normal makeup steps that I usually do. And it's okay if you get makeup on the prosthetic because we're going to cover it with blood anyway. So you don't have to be very careful or anything. When it comes to this, I sure wasn't, and it didn't matter in the end. So after I get my powder on, I'm going to go ahead and smoke out my lower lash line with the orange, and then take a pencil brush and use the brown to get closer to my lash line. Now I'm just taking the Fenty Beauty liner, black eyeliner, and giving myself a wing. And then, of course, I'm going to go in with some lashes. And I forget the lashes that I'm using, but I will put them down below. But just to save some time, I like to go ahead and put lash glue on my lash. And while it's drying, go ahead and do a brow. So put your lash glue on. And then by the time you have a brow on, your lash glue should be nice and tacky and ready to go. This next step is of course optional. I did this with one of my skull looks a couple years ago, and I really like the way that it turned out. So I'm just putting some brown shadow in what people like to call your number 11, which just makes you have a constant, I don't know, scowl? Is that what you call it? Like a constant bitch face on. I just think it makes the look kind of come together. Like I said, it's optional, it's not necessary, but I like the way that it turned out. Now I'm just going to take that same water activated black body paint and paint my whole neck, like right under my jaw, my neck, my shoulders, my chest. You can take it down as far as you want to go. You can paint your arms, you can paint your hands, just depending how much of your costume, you would want to do with this look. And then I got some hay. I got some straw that you can just get from any store. Basically, you can get it from the Halloween store. You can get it at the grocery store at this time of year. And I'm just putting spirit gum all over the place and just sticking this straw just on my neck, my chest, and my shoulders. Now for the fun part. This is my favorite part of the look. You know I couldn't go a look without my Mayron coagulated blood gel. I'm taking a makeup sponge and just dipping it right into the blood gel and basically tapping it all over the perimeter of this prosthetic or of this mask. And then I like to take the actual applicator and put it on there as well. This kind of gives it a very scabby effect. This kind of reminds me of my Phantom of the Opera look, just putting it around my mouth instead of half of my face. That's what I like to do, I guess, but I love using this stuff. This stuff gives it such a realistic look to it. It's one of my favorite bloods to use. So I like to put it on the perimeter of the face. I like to put it on like the little stitching on the prosthetic around the mouth, and then I also wanted to put it around the nose area since that was cut out as well. After that, I teased the shit out of my hair, put a Scarecrow hat on, and then that was the end of this look. I hope you like this scary, bloody, glam kind of Scarecrow look, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.
Just a small town boy in a lonely world. Took a midnight train going anywhere. There is straw everywhere.